Pissing Simulator. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we got some more Pissing Simulator, Landlord Super gameplay from the developers. So let's sit down and take a look. A bit of analysis of what we see. So as in some of the previous videos, we wake up in the caravan and Greg has updated some of the info you get from the beginning here. So we got the new rag and bone man who you can sell your scrap to and basically make money off scraps of metal, wood, any scraps you have or any materials that you don't need. You can throw it in your dumpster truck or your skip behind the back, which you just saw there, and you can basically get money the next day for any rubbish you don't want. There's also a letter there from Scouse saying that you had helped him with a matter to do with the hospital the day before, or a couple of days ago in the game time, and in return he's giving you this wheelbarrow as a payment for your help. So this wheelbarrow, which is one of the new features which we didn't discuss in our last video, is one of the ways you can transport materials and the different things you need to your work site. So you'd use this from the beginning, or if you buy one, because you don't start off with it, you have to buy it like with all your other tools, you have to buy all your tools. And you could use this to basically transport all the stuff you need to your location. Here, as discussed in last video, obviously you can get the police involved, or you can get in trouble with the police from stealing bricks or destroying things. But yes, to get yourself off the ground with no cost whatsoever, you can literally just go and smash people's walls and steal their bricks to save you some cash, rather than buying in the materials. Which, obviously, being a landlord, who wouldn't do that? I mean, you know, it saves money. We're all scumbags. We all like saving money, so here we are. We're resorting to being a thief, are we now, Greg? So, well, Landlord Super for everyone. Right, so it's a bit of the physics here, so you can stack them and they'll roll off. So the game does introduce a lot of really interesting physics into the game. And to be honest, out of any simulation I've seen of a construction game, this is the most realistic. This is the most grindy construction simulator, and it's based in 1980s Britain. So if you're honestly looking for an in-depth construction game, this is definitely the game for you. And you can throw bricks, as you saw there, at people's cars, windows, glass, and the glass will smash, and they will then attempt to run you over. So yeah, probably not best to do that. Now that we've stolen, I was going to say collected, but now that we've stolen our bricks, we should now walk them back over to our construction site. In the future, as the development progresses, you will be able to have a car which you can rebuild and get working again with a bit of money from your cash you can spend to upgrade it and get it working, so you can help use that to transport your materials instead of the wheelbarrow. You basically can't put a brick down until you've also got your mortar. So what Greg's going to do here now is that he's going to quickly go back to town and grab some more bricks, and also this is when he'll probably realise that he hasn't got the mortar. So as you can see, he's going around the back and he's getting the materials he needs to mix up the mortar, because just like with any construction game, you can't just put bricks down, they'll just fall apart. So you've got to have sand, you've got to have water, you've got all the different materials you need to have to mix up the mortar so you can actually start sticking your bricks together. And the ratio of which you use water to different sands and stuff is important for the actual integrity and strength of your mortar. So it is important to the actual quantity of what you put in when you're mixing it. This is the point where Greg realises that he hasn't actually got a cement mixer, so we go and buy one. And as far as there is in the game at the moment, there's two. You can get a hand mixer, or you can get the original normal electric mixer. Obviously, due to money constraints at the beginning, you can't afford the electric one, so we buy the hand one here, and then we shall take that back to our construction site. Obviously at the beginning you're walking around everywhere, so it's going to get to that point where you're going to want to get enough money to afford a vehicle once the vehicle has been released later on in the early access phases. So we're now back at the site here, and what you're going to want to do is to mix up the mortar now, but Greg's going to go to sleep first. I forgot that happens. Sleep is important because you have energy and you do have different stats. As if you want to see that, I will leave a link to my last video, but the game does include loads of different stats that you have to keep on going through to make sure you don't die or lose all your energy. So you have to sleep to keep up the energy. And like I said, with the pissing simulator part, you're meant to put water in there, but of course liquid's liquid, so Greg just pisses in there. I mean, liquid's liquid, doesn't matter what you use to mix your mortar, so let's just use piss instead. It's cheaper and it costs nothing apart from a bottle of water which you have to drink to form that piss. But now we've mixed the mortar, Yet again, he's forgotten he hasn't got a trowel. So back to the shops we go to go and get a trowel. You can use buses here, so you do have a bus timetable which you can use to teleport yourself around the map. But they also it will change the time of day for you because the buses come at certain times. So back to the shop we go to buy a trowel. At the moment there's only one trowel in the game. I don't know if there's going to be more different types of trowels, different stats, which will either make you more stronger or anything like that. Maybe that's an idea. Maybe you could have different trowels in the game which have different stats on how good it makes your foundation. But obviously we're going to get on the bus again, back to the site. And this is now, we got to that stage where we can start actually building the house. So as promised, this is the building video from Landlord Super. So as like I said in one of my other videos, you have to place the mortar down, then you have to smooth out the mortar and then place the brick. So that's 3 actions you have to do just to place the 1 brick. So it is quite grindy, but if you're someone who really likes realism, Landlord Super is 100% game for you. I find everything they've done in this game to be really superb, and I love the concept. And honestly, it's unique, and it's good to see that there are developers out there, you know, going the extra mile to make a unique game, which isn't the same as everything else we got on the market. So it's good to see some independent games like this. Right, now the job being done, we're going to go back into town to the pub to buy some good Landlords, which is one of the drinks in the game. There's 2 drinks in the game at the moment you can buy from the pub, as you'll see in a second. So this is our pub. This is where Jasmine, I'm trying to pronounce her name, I'm not very good at it, so I do apologise. Tasmin, correct me if I'm wrong, Greg, but it's Tasmin if I pronounce that correctly. As you can see, she's quite annoyed. She knows someone, some fecker is the word she uses, has stolen her bricks. So obviously because she didn't see you, so she doesn't know it was you, but she is really pissed that someone has been stealing her bricks and she knows about it. So if you was to get caught, that possibly would lead to the police being involved in arresting you for doing illegal things. So that's the end of the gameplay video here. If you would like to keep up to development, I'll leave a link in the description to the Discord, to their website and the Steam page, and links to some of my past videos so you can catch up about what Landlord Super is and some of the core gameplay features. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!